with Charles. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins
without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Fields. And he finds Gronk. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Gronkowski. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Steps away to his left. Fields hit and the ball is loose. It's going the other way. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. 2nd and 11 now. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Flush to his right. That is caught by Lamb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamel Dean. past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
We're scoreless after one. Fields on first down. Here's a diving catch right side. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl.
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Fields. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Now a first down throw. Fields escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Defense are going through every situation, and in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop. Fields now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And here we go on fourth down. Fields eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and goal. Fields rolling to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Justin Fields in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski, finding room at midfield, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Full connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run with Campbell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 4th down, Fields got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go up the middle with Campbell, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's Campbell. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run up the middle with Campbell, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Running play, it's Earl Campbell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Fields, forced out to his left. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Here's Campbell, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle they run with Bettis. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And this home crowd is in a frenzy. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. This one into the hands of Burton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage. He took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Here we go on 4th down. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Wide open, Gronkowski. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Fields.
Flush to his right.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Third and 2, Fields.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now Fields.
He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw is Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
Here's Fields.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It already looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again is Fields.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snatched by the safety and Reed. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Steps away. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
It's complete. He's got Gronk.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. Complete here to the right to Bolden.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
On 3rd down, done. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
Dumps this one off to Campbell. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here's Fields.
Dancing to his left. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. On 4th down, Fields. Past the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Fields being chased out left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Rob Gronkowski as time expires in the first half. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the 2nd half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. Locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Fields throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. Looking middle. It's caught by Gronkowski. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the screen.
Second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the run, it's Campbell. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one.
But keep in mind, it makes him susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Steps away to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Earl Campbell, an 8-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On first down, it's done. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, wise choice was made here, and he didn't risk a turnover because he'd understood the pressure was coming, saw the tight coverage, and decided just to throw it away and live another down.
Forced out to his left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jackson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Wisely will throw that one away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Able to find Walter. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll run on first down. Done. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson tying this thing up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead,
that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks in.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
And his guys have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. Anquan Bolden, 43 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side.
2nd and 8. Play action. It's Fields.
Rolling to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start here with Jackson. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Dancing to his left. Touchdown! It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard.
Showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 5. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run for it. It's Tomlinson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out left. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Tillman, and not much running room. Down to the 32. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Campbell. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Jackson now. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Jackson. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Catch made here by Campbell. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down. In motion left goes a tight end. And Jackson throwing once more. Eluding the pressure, 25 there.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route. Settles on his receiver running the drag left to right. And they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10, buying time to his left. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Bettis. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jerome Bettis taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd down, Tillman. And getting this just shy at the 49. 12 yards there and a 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. On 2nd down now, Tillman. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just...
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run on 1st down. Campbell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. Mahomes to throw it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Jackson looking to throw right away.
Being chased out left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Jackson. That's complete to Earl Campbell.
On the move past the 40.
And a huge play that time. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first carry for the Hall of Famer, it's Earl Campbell. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Off play action, it's Cunningham. He'll buy some time right. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Cunningham. That'll be caught by Biletnikoff. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Cunningham. Escaping the pressure right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Quez Watkins from 3 yards out. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Open man left side is Gronkowski. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now Jackson. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 9.
Here again is McKinnon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Quez Watkins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game.
Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Throw left side here complete to Campbell.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On 1st down, McKinnon again.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want...
Oh, Gronkowski with a diving catch. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That one complete to Earl Campbell.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They go up the middle with Campbell, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll run. It's Campbell, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Earl Campbell punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They run once more with McCannon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Packers. Sony Michel, 75 yards. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Dancing to his left, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now it's Jackson. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. Earl Campbell. 32 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Michel running up the gut, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. McNair
Rolling to his right. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Marquise Goodwin, 63 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson now. Wide open, Gronkowski. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Us up. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now McNair. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now McNair.
They'll roll him out right. That's to his running back, Sony Michel.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
McNair throwing for it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell.
He's got room at the 30.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Earl Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
1 second, all that remains.
A final shot before break. McNair. Deep ball for Goodwin.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Earl Campbell, 41 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They begin with Michel on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Coming left is Michel. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, McNair. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the gun, here's McNair. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a toss out to Earl Campbell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Jackson. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
No gain on the play there, second down. Again, they run with Campbell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here's Jackson. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Jackson. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Catch made here by Campbell. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Vick steps away. That is complete downfield to Gronk. And touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, 64 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson. That's complete to Earl Campbell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry for and the ball is knocked out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? And right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. A give, running left is Campbell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A throw left side complete to Biletnikoff. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Running play. It's Earl Campbell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 2nd and goal. Vick eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try and run. Tomlinson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. A fairly short. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. That he's able. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. They'll send Moss in motion right. And Mariota going to put it up right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In motion left goes Green. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have the short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On the run, it's Campbell, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And all the way in for the touchdown. T. Higgins, 47 yards. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Mariota on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Mariota now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
They'll send Moss in motion right. Now Mariota on 4th down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's Campbell. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Earl Campbell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure,
back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
To throw is Mariota. He's got a man, complete. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Hunter Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They'll run forward with Michel. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They go up the middle with Campbell. And some room to work. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Earl Campbell with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. They'll send Green in motion left. Mariota on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, it's Campbell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw is Jackson, forced out to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Bo. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great... With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On play action, Allen. Dancing to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Allen to throw once more. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Allen off the play fake. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Allen. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Allen again. That'll be caught by Biletnikoff. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They hand this one to Gronk. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. We're scoreless after 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Jackson on 1st down, being chased out left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point.
Oh, Gronkowski with a diving catch. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Steps away to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On play action, Allen. It's caught, left side, Bolden. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run. It's Campbell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Earl Campbell taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Allen going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Allen now on first down. Buying time to his left.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now Jackson on first down. That one complete to Earl Campbell.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Casillas, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. He'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Earl Campbell with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field again, CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. So a big return there, Charles, on what?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jackson looking to throw right away.
And incomplete to open things up.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On the move past the 40. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.